Hey everybody, Summer's Locust here and welcome back to the Railway. Welcome to another review. Today I'm reviewing a loco that I've been longing to do for quite some time. Which loco am I talking about? I'm talking about this, the Hornby Great Western Railway 61XX Large Carrera. Yes, now I say I've been longing to do it, and specifically I mean 3 years. So this loco first journey on my railway began in the October of 2021. Yeah, and I bought this loco for £45, which I thought was pretty reasonable price for one of these sort of large 262 locomotives. And so I purchased it, brought it back on my layout, did the first test run with it, and nothing happened. All I could hear was a very slight hum of a motor. And I thought to myself, you're joking, seriously. And I thought to myself, right, is there a problem with the pickups? Is there a problem with the motor? Couldn't find any faults whatsoever. So what I had to do was I put it on my to be repaired shelf, which is just over there, which is next to the Dell 31. They need to be repaired at the moment. Yeah, so there it sat for 3 years. 3 years. And it wasn't until October 2024 when I bought another loco, which had the same issue. I thought to myself, this can't be right. And then I realised something. On the box of that loco I bought, it said DCC fitted. And I thought to myself, you're serious? This loco was DCC. Yeah, DCC. And in that 3 years, I had not realised. No. Anyway, so I purchased a DCC controller. I did a video of the DCC for you to see. So if you want to rewatch that, you can find it on my channel. And put it on the track, and it instantly worked. So all that time I've been wasting trying to find what on earth is wrong with this. I could just purchase a DCC controller, and it would have gone. Unbelievable. But no fear, it's not working. So today we do a review of it. The box is somewhere in the cupboard, so I'm not going to really look for it. So here is the logo, just right there, which looks gorgeous in that Great Western Railway unlined livery, which looks brilliant. But we'll just skip the unboxing because there's no, well, the box is in there, but I couldn't be bothered to take it out because it's right at the back. So anyway, let's get started with the review of the Hornby Great Western Railway 61XX DCC fitted. Let's go. Okay, so there is the Hornby Great Western Railway 61XX up against the white background, and for a loco which I suspect to be late 2000s, the detail on this is actually better than I thought it would be. So starting off with the firebox door end of the loco, as you can see, you've got, there's no coloured parts, which, obviously that just sort of shows you what period of time this was. But as you can see, we have got metal buffers, which are not sprung, which, obviously it's a little bit of a shame, but when did the sprung buffers come in? Probably the late 2000s, so this is probably literally just before the time they started doing it. But as you can see, it has got nicely turned buffers, which are nice to see. It gives a bit of a shine on that. As you can see, it has got the D-shaped couplings, which, or the broad couplings, if you want to say, which doesn't, which both of them did not come with a coupling whatsoever. So a little bit annoying, but it does mean I have to find a wagon or coach that also has a hook, otherwise it's not going to couple up whatsoever. Yeah.
separately fitted pieces on this side, you can see quite a bit from where the camera is sitting now. You've got sort of metal handrails here and here, as well as all the way around over here, as well as on top of the firebox of the boiler, right there, which is really nice, and you can tell they're metal because there's not much spring to them like a plastic piece. It's all metal, really nice. And also you've got a nice sort of, I think this might be copper chimney top, which is also metal, which is nice to see. I think these supports are, yeah, they're plastic, but they're also separately fitted, which is nice to see. Yeah, really good. And of course, you've got the really nice sort of Great Western Railway connection rods, and also the piston, which it got a typical Great Western Railway one, which sort of slants outwards, which is really nice to see. The running plate, yeah, I can't see any signs of warping, so nice and straight, which is nice. And they've got the really well printed Great Western Railway sort of logo on the side, as well as the number plate at the rear, which is really nice to see. The dome in the middle, although yes, it looks a little bit shiny, that is plastic, which is, yeah, it doesn't look quite as realistic as the chimney top, as you can see next to it, which is, yeah, it sort of makes it look duller than it actually is. But the whistles, oh no, sorry, that's not the whistle, that's the safety valves, I think, yeah. They are metal, they're term metal pieces, which is nice, and they also are separately fitted. Yeah, nice to see that. Moving up the camera slightly, as you can see on the water tanks, you have got moulded parts like a shovel, which is moulded on, and it makes it look as if it's like actual part of the loco, which does make it look not as good as it should be. Then you've got the entrance into the water tank, which is also separately fitted, so you cannot sort of access that whatsoever. Then obviously you've got this sort of D, the letter D in a blue circle. I think this might be a shed code, I think. Yeah, I have seen on quite a few Great Western Railway locos in preservation. So, I mean, if any of you know, if you're watching this, know what that is, then please do put it in the comments. Yeah, and as it's a Great Western Railway loco, you can see a bit of a slant in the boiler, which looks really nice. The boiler of the colour of the boiler, yeah, there's a slight shine to it, but obviously not too much. I mean, obviously it makes it look duller than it actually is in real life. But yeah, it looks alright, but I would have thought maybe a little bit more shine to it, maybe, which would be better. But remember, this is the loco from the early 2000s sort of era. So there we go. As you can see on the side of the cab, we have got separately fitted handrails here and here, as well as here, which is nice, really nice to see. Now, what I find really quite disappointing is that when you look inside the cab, there's the motor. There's literally like no cab whatsoever inside. All there is a motor. So that's the only thing which I really don't like about the loco. It hasn't got a cab. But looking at it, it's got really sort of small sort of gaps, so you can't actually see very well into the loco there. And I have noticed something. This loco seems a lot smaller in model form, if you know what I mean. The cab is really low down, which it just makes it look sort of like as if it's like someone sat on it, sort of thing. It's like sort of shrunk it a little bit down, but maybe the size has been increased since then. Yeah, so the bunker of the loco, as you can see here, we have got a vacuum pipe just here, which is nice to see. That was the only one on the loco. The coal load, as you can see, you've got quite a nice, healthy amount of coal in there, which is nice to see. That has got a bit of a shine to it, which sort of makes it look a lot more plasticky. But I guess it makes it look like as if it's been watered down a little bit. And as you can see, you've also got, again, turned buffers as well as the D-shaped coupling. Yes. Now, with it being a 262 loco, I have noticed that from the V3 loco, when it going around curves, it does make it a bit tight. So hopefully, maybe whether that will happen to this loco, I don't know. But I guess we'll just have to find out later on. Windows, that's another point. As you can see, you just got plain windows if I do that. I just saw no window or anything in there, so it's just really simply just an over window. But at the rear, as you can see, you've actually got sort of bars in between, which is really nice. Yeah, sort of a bit of extra there to see. Yeah, quite nice that. Yeah, so this loco, as you can see from looking close up, oh, it's gone out of focus there. From looking at it as quite closely, it does look pretty good, doesn't it? So overall, this loco has proved to be quite detailed in some places, but also some needed work needed to be done, like the cab. There's no cab detail whatsoever inside, all there is just the motor. But yeah, although there are some pieces of this which are really good, like the separated metal handrails and metal chimney and sort of turned metal safety valves. But yeah, it's got some good things about it and some bad things about it. But obviously, a really good thing about it is that it works now. So I think it's time to put it down onto the track and see how it runs. Now, with this being the second DCC loco that I have reviewed previously, with the Class 25 being the first loco, obviously I did try DCC with the Hall class, which went fairly smoothly, apart from the fact that there was certain issues on the outside tracks, but it seemed to be perfectly alright on the inside track. This loco, I've had really good experience with DTC so far. It does make locos, I want to say, you can control them a little bit better. I mean, it's all more gentle, if you know what I mean. And also, you can sort of instantly sort of change the direction instead of having to sort of turn it off, then switch, and then turn it back on again. But yeah, I mean that's quite nice. But also to have a Great Western Railway steam engine in DCC is also another thing. So I have the power supply is on, so let's turn up the control and see what happens. Also know I know it runs, so here we go. Ooh, burst into life there. Ooh, and it derailed. Yeah, the front pony truck does not like certain curves. I have noticed from previous times. And also because I'm already run it in the other direction. So here it comes the other direction, the other way. As you can see, it's quite a fairly smooth runner. It has actually just, yeah, it's actually just stuck on the points there. Yeah, you cast now. Oh, what's going on there? What is going on here? Very weird. Shouldn't be like that. Why? The wheel's not touching the rails? Well, that is the end of the hill right there, so there we go. Here it comes. let's have a look at full speed. So let's go full back. Oh, what's going on over here? It shouldn't necessarily be like that. Why are you misbehaving over here? Ah. Whoa. Yeah, I found the issue. There was a slight gap in the rails, I noticed. Well, here it comes, but anyway, here comes it comes at full power. As you can see, it is a really fast loco. Yeah, I mean, obviously, being that it's an old DCC controller on it, so it's obviously, yeah, there we go. It's becoming a bit more controllable now. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Again. What's going on here? What is going on now? Yeah, it doesn't like going in that direction on the outside track. So when I do obviously run it back, it will be better. Oh, let's go now. There we go. Here it comes. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, let's have a look at the slower speeds. Yeah, this loco is a bit harder to control with DCC. I think it's because of the whole the DCC socket is inside the loco, but let's turn it up slowly, going in backwards first. Yeah, I mean, that's smooth at the moment. Getting slower. Ooh. Yeah, there's a little bit of cogginess there, but that's pretty smooth. Slightly in the other direction. Wait for a little bit. Just slowly. Yeah, it's a bit coggy in that direction. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the control's pretty good with this loco. Yeah. But anyway, I think it's really about overrun that then. Yeah, you can see what I mean, it just sort of overruns a little bit. It sort of takes a minute for it to just to activate for some reason. Which I might have to start looking into a way of trying to go from DCC to DC at some point, maybe, but you never know. It is good to run at DCC. So yeah, now I've got some coding stock to match this, so I do need to turn the loco around. So just 1 second. And if I magic is turn around, so in reverse then. Let's go and connect his coaches. Now, hopefully he doesn't run into them. So, oh, no, that's forward. Alright, here we go. Off it goes. I have to say, it does run a lot smoother in reverse, I've noticed. Now, I've just stopped the loco here because I've just started hearing something which I thought it was something to do with the connection rods clicking to each other, but I don't know, it sounds right with this logo, if you know what I mean. If I bring it around, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but hang on. Maybe I need to do the other corner. Right, let's try this corner. Let's go in the other direction. So let's bring the logo forward. There's a slight click going. There. Can you hear it? It's like a every time the wheels go around. Like as if it's like the grip was for air compression system where it sort of helps the connection rods to sort of go around each other. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Let's go again. Can you hear it? Yeah, if you can hear it, then yeah, I can hear it. It's like every time it gets down to the bottom, it's like a sound. I mean, that might be an issue with it, but to me, that sounds like a hair compressor, which is very interesting. Backing the logo onto its train then. Right. Hopefully that has connected this time. Nope. I've tried a few times a couple of other pieces of rolling stock with the loco, and some of them have decided that it doesn't want to couple. That has now coupled, I've made sure. And it's obviously a bit behind now because obviously this loco does not have any hooks whatsoever on it, so I need to find some hooks that I can use with this. So that is now connected properly. So in the other direction there, just to be sure. Yeah. There we go. So rolling stock I have with it today, I have gone with the Great Western Railway coaches. I think these are the Collet ones. Yeah, they are. And I have also gone with a Pullman coach, just to make it look a bit, just a bit longer, and also to make it look like as if it's like a welcome back to welcome to the railway first sort of initiation sort of run, you could say, because this is the first run it's actually had on the outside track. Because all its other test runs have been on the inside track. So, yeah, interesting. So, without further ado, let's get going. Lovely. Pretty smooth. With the large Prairie now running around the track really happily, it wouldn't be right to run this loco without it. But here is its little brother, the small Prairie, number 5517. So, I've gone with a mixed rate sort of chocolate and cream livery coaches. So, without further ado, let's get going. There you go. And then the other loco which I have decided to run today is the Great Western Railway pannier tank on a small goods train with a Great Western Railway tow brake van on it, which works pretty well, this loco. So now what we're going to do, let's do it there. enjoy this racing. After a very successful running session, that's it from me today. Hope you really enjoyed the running session. And it's nice to see this one looks like a return, even though some improvements do need to be made. Like I think the front pony track does need to be sort of. It seems to be shoving the loco up, which is struggling over some parts of the railway, which makes it impossible to run. But yeah, apart from that, it's a good loco. I like it. Just come around, go past one last time, and then end up the video. So with that, thank you all very much for watching. As you see, there's some more videos, reviews, and all sorts. Goodbye, everyone.